Okay, saxophone du jour. So, as you probably already know, if you see the logo, this is the Martin, Indiana. And one of my, the whole Martins, every one of them just absolutely sounds just beautiful. The metal they're using, the craftsmanship was just pretty much the best in the U.S. back then. So, anyhow, so they made a couple different Indianas. This is the older one where they had the really cool engraving. The Indian, since it's Indiana. Beautiful engraving on the bell. Really nice original. That's that old honey lacquer on it. That's got a beautiful age to it. One of the few saxophones at that era with an adjustable thumb rest on it. So this adjusts up and down. The Martin is like the top of their line, and those are going for crazy money. But this is a real affordable, like under $1,000 saxophone. Way under $1,000 actually. So anyhow, actually in pretty darn good condition for the age. I think this is, I think I did it around 50s. I have to look on the page. But anyhow, serial number, if you want to look it up. The serial numbers are pretty sketchy, but 75898. 75898. There was like a big fire in the Martin factory and all their records got erased. So some guy's compiling records from all the people he can find around the world that have original receipts and stuff. So the neck was a little pulled down and everything, so straightened it out. Came out really nice. Added a nice little brace to it. You know, I'm not even sure if it's the original neck, but it really seems to fit and play well on it. It's hard to tell the lacquer difference, but since I've re-lacquered it, so it's pretty beat up after all the dent work and such. But it came out real nice, nice fresh cork on it. So it's been repadded at one time. I'm not sure what these came with originally, but somebody repadded with just a plain old rivet pad. And it's unbelievable the sound it gets with absolutely no resonators. So I replaced a couple, you know, of course the tops and the bottom ones as usual. And keep on replacing pads until it played great, and which it does. So the big thing on the Martins are the soldered tone holes. If you can see the tone hole here, it's about 4 times the thickness of the body. So instead of extruding the tone hole from the body with a piece of machinery, these are actually soldered onto the body, and it's just way too expensive for anybody to do now. So it's like, again, about 4 times thickness and then beveled right up to the top. I've never found one that wasn't perfectly level, which is just wonderful. I mean, that's the whole thing with the saxophone world, is some of these saxophones are coming in with wavy tone holes, and it's just impossible to get the thing to play right without tearing the whole thing apart, leveling all the tone holes. The other really cool thing about this is the thumb button here. It just fits, your thumb just fits right into this little groove, and then on the V Martin, it actually tapers right into the thumb rest here, thumb button, and this one just kind of swoops into it. So you can put your thumb on there, and it just roll back and forth. It's really super comfortable. You can see it's got a bit of a wear out. The nickel's gone off of that part, but for the most part, the lacquer is actually really nice. Again, they always get smashed in the bottom. Ooh, I hope I didn't wreck my reed. You can see there was a dent here that came out pretty nicely. The dents come out really smooth. It's a real soft, thick metal as opposed to a thin, hard metal. And you know, the normal scratches down the backside and such. But really straight, nice massive guard on here. You see the guard goes all the way from here all the way around to the front. So it's absolutely massive. And where it got dented was just past the guard, and it just popped right out. So there it is. Of course, the bell key's on the opposite side, which is kind of crazy, but that's the way they did it back then. And again, the bell's real straight. I mean, every one I get's been smashed and smashed and smashed, and the neck's been whacked, and pretty good. So the good news. So my benchmark right now on tenor saxophones is the 2nd octave D. I've got a couple of them where you go from the E to the D, and it sounds like a different instrument. It sounds like somebody threw a rabbit down the bell. It's a different timbre, and it's a different feel, a different resistance on the horn, and a completely, and a lot of times out of tune. But on this one, just a big fat D on it. So not the case with this one. There it is. I'm not used to these keys, and they're pretty manly down there. Pretty good, pretty hefty springs. So I keep on forgetting, am I going across or am I going down? On this one, you're going down. And I don't slide to the B flat. I break my knuckle to it, which makes it a lot faster. But nice and fat down there. Imagine this horn with resonator pads in it, either metal or plastic or whatever. It would just knock the doors down. I mean, you hit that low B flat and you can feel the thing shaking. So anyhow, went through the keywork and everything. The octave mechanisms on the saxophones, every one is a little different. And if one spring's too weak, too tight, it's just really a mess. And the neck octave key spring was gone. so I had to find out exactly the right tension and to match the rest of it. But I just love the way that thumb rest just fits right in. It just cradles your thumb in there, really nice. Side keys are pretty much just straight across like the old school, and you know, no flips and flops on the low C, low E flat. But again, just beautiful engraving all the way down. The Indian with the arrow. So anyhow, there it is, and plays nicely in tune. Where happened my octave key? So that's the high F sharp. You know, it comes right out with the side B flat. And if it's a little out, it's a little flat, so you add the F key. So who needs that high F sharp key? It's just another hole to drill in the horn and another piece of mechanism to go wrong. So I'm going to play one of my favorite little ballad things. I hate playing bebop stuff because you can't really hear the horn like you can with a nice ballad. get at the trying to keep it short. Man, oh man, it's hard to stop, but I try to keep it within a limit so I don't get kicked off the YouTube thing and have to start all over. So there it is. Martin, Indiana. Beautiful, beautiful shape. And serial number 75898. I can check it out on the webpage if it lasts that long. www.stevegraysaxes.com. That's STVEGRAY, Saxes, SAXES.com. And if it's not gone already, maybe somebody else have a chance. I mean, if I had the inclination, time, and everything, I'd redo this with all the resonators, and it'd just be an absolute screamer. But it sounds pretty good just the way it is. All right. Just the way you are? No, just the way it is.